So how do we exactly address in this belief ladder? And the answer is really clear and simple. This is a Socratic dialogue. The Socratic dialogue is the framework where we're asking the skillful questions, and the skillful questions like literally help us to have the prospect closing themselves. So think of these beliefs as a checklist. So you're like literally down the ladder, like checklist after checklist, like step after step, and we're building out those beliefs based on the consistency bias. And the consistency bias is this very interesting way of how our brain works. And every single prospect wants to perceive their behavior as consistent. And all of us love to be consistent. And this is why the Socratic dialogue is so powerful. Like, it's basically the process when you're asking the questions to make the prospect tell you the answer. While they're telling you that answer, they're literally telling the answer themselves. So whatever was the state before they got on the call, they can't already see that due to the consistency bias. What they see is actually the outcome in their head, what they just told you. And what they just told you is perceived like their consistent state. And this is the consistency bias for you. Like literally asking the questions to hear the answer that you want to hear. This is the Socratic. This is very important because the highest driver of the human behavior is to seem consistent, as I already said. And if you want to read more about this, there's a bunch of influence frameworks out there. But when you're using the Socratic dialogue, basically making the prospect seem like it's a silly decision not to really perceive and buy your product, because this is where exactly they already told themselves that this is the only outcome that can support their pain and that can potentially lead them out to fix their problems. And kind of like they can't already say no because they said yes so many times on the belief ladder. And this is where you can handle the objection, but potentially, like all the best salespeople out there, you're handling the objectionless close. And most of the best salespeople out there are handling their close objectionless. And if they kind of appear, it's more of a matter of handling the logistics versus handling the objections. And this is the reason why, you're not going into the call, hey, I'm Val, this is what I sell, do you want to buy? This is exactly why we are building out those beliefs, and this is why it's so important. And where exactly are we in the sales process? So we're at the information gathering stage. Like once you are getting on the call, you are getting their background. This is very important. You got the background. You got the, you got the information, you got their doubts, you got their pain, which was very important, like market execs, don't go away without the pain, and check all these boxes before getting out there, like finances. We also get in the solutions that they're currently looking for to eliminate any competitors out there. We're getting the cost, which is the cost of doing nothing. We're understanding their desire, we're understanding their support structure, and we literally don't move until we get all these 8 beliefs in. This is something that helps us to eliminate the objections from the get-go, right? And quickly and efficiently close the sale without any problems. And before jumping straight into the discovery flow, you kind of need to isolate the challenge. So the way to isolate the challenge really is to understand what's the biggest challenge right now. Market execs, literally go into all the details, like consultancy selling, like tell me more. Why is this exactly what's happening? How long this was on the picture? What's your current process? Is it successful or not? All these questions are isolating the objection. On another note, you need to understand the desired situation. Like where are they heading with that desired situation, like where they currently are, and what's the ultimate goal, like within the business, for themselves, what's the ego-driven motivation there, is it monetary, how is the company doing right now? These are all very important, and this is also helping us with a financial qualifier, like is this company actually qualified to buy your product, do they have the budget? You can ask questions like, how's your company doing right now? You can ask them questions like, how have you been doing during the pandemic or during the times of crisis and stuff like that? What's the long-term vision? How do you see your company in 5 years' time? This is really important. And what's the non-monetary goal there? Like, do you want to sell the company? Do you want to get the promotion? Do you want to, I like to play with executive freedom, with, literally doing your work on the beach while holding your phone, like everyone's dream, right? Like, just get me out of this pain. This is the solution. And you're going to be on your phone on the beach, like literally doing 1 hour a day. And this is the executive pain gain, which I call. And the current situation, which is the hell situation that they're in, literally like getting them by uncovering you know, the reasons for change, why exactly they decided, like what was the final straw, what made you decide and talk to me right now, like what's the what really moved you towards this decision? Are you actually talking to other providers on the market to resolve this pain and the issue? What's in the way currently, like some of the doubt questions. You can also talk about the solution questions, like have you been looking for other opportunities I've mentioned on the market? Why now is a really important question. Like what's the cost of doing nothing? What's been really dragging you all these years with this pain point? And support questions, like how does your leadership structure, do they know that you're on a call right now? Can they be on the call with us right now? Can you go grab them? Because you can't really close the sale without champions being on the call. Okay guys, we just done recording the Sales Crush top course, and if you want to learn more about all these things that we just recorded for you, click the link below and get the course, okay? And if you have any questions, just contact me straight away, and we're cooking a lot of cool stuff that is coming out really, really soon. So follow Boost, follow me. I'm Val, and I'm ready to help you close all your sales.